Oh my goodness, we're here. Welcome to our weekly training. Joanna Wright here, founder of Bottom Line Wealth. And I wanted to connect with you. And let me see here. Did we get on? Yep, we're on. We wanted to help you understand how to get started, how to find a good deal, how to get funding, how to build a retirement plan, right? How to hold property, no money down strategies, and how I did 1.2 million last year in multiple states, multiple properties, multiple strategies. Today, I really wanted to connect with you guys and let you know about some questions that I've been getting in the DM. And there was this squirrely thing about how to comp out a property, and everyone wants the easy button. Everyone wants the easy button, and I get it. I like easy buttons. They're cool. However, they're not always accurate. So what I mean by that is if you have a software that is trying to help you comp out leads, or you're trying to get the average of something, know that you're comparing apples to apples. I went over this pretty detailed in another training, but I just wanted to highlight real quick that so many people go, oh, well, it's this neighborhood or it's this type of house. However, this one's different, right? So are you comparing a rehabbed house to a rehabbed house? Are you comparing, something that needs a lot of work to something that needs a lot of work? What I see a lot of is all of that is mixed in. And they're like, that's the average. I'm telling you, I come from a lender background and they're going to go, F you. So I'm just saying, I, work closely with appraisers, and I am a previous lender that I used to have to comp out properties all the time before I even started doing real estate investing, right? And what I found is most people don't even know what their numbers are. They have no clue. And they see this fancy thing on YouTube that goes, oh, just do this. And, this is where we get stuck in that whole Google tubing fact of life. Like we all go to Google Tube to go, how do I, right? And you'll see things on there. It's very generic, or, hey, I have this software, try this software. It'll do everything for you. I'm telling you, you're leaving yourself open for a wound, right? Like it's not foolproof, first of all. It's kind of a generic, like a dirty number, like a should I even bother looking any further kind of number. Now let's get to the real numbers, right? So I hear a lot of frustration in different groups that I'm a part of where they're like, hey, well, I had this deal and I did what I was supposed to comp it out, and the lender wouldn't lend on it. Because the numbers were incorrect. And so I keep trying to put this out there to help you guys understand how to do your numbers, and and just come back to me, say, hey, I've got this, like, am I on track? Because getting your numbers right, you can have deal after deal after deal. And here's the great part. I was a mortgage broker at one point in time, and you tend to work with somebody who knows their numbers a whole lot better than someone who doesn't. And I mean, you help them out as best as you can, but if they keep giving you something that's like way off track, you're like, dude, just go to another lender already. And you don't want to piss off your lenders. I'm just saying, they're there to fund your deals. So what I found is I got really good at my numbers. And this private money lender guy, he was comping out, and he goes, wow, you really know your numbers. He goes, I go over a lot of deals and most people don't know their numbers. And so I took that as a compliment. I was raised kind of strictly in this business about my numbers. So I pass that on to my clients, and so that they can get a good deal, right? Again, there's no real easy button, but there's a couple of things I wanted to go over just to really help you see. So in a software, it might say, press this button, put in your square footage in this neighborhood, right? And then you go and do that, and it doesn't account for there's a freeway in between each of the properties. It's a different market. It's a totally different market. You know that saying, the wrong side of the tracks? That's what that is. That's the wrong side of the tracks. Okay. So know if there's any kind of major divide, any kind of, you know, if you're, are you comparing ugly properties to ugly properties and pretty properties to pretty properties, right? Like your pretty property is your ARV. So you have to compare about 3 of those to get the average of the 3 pretty properties. You don't include all the ugly with that too. You need to know what the top number is. So understanding that is pretty key. And that's where I kind of hammer it home for my clients, right? Because I don't know, it's just sometimes it's really difficult to comp out a property because it's in a weird location, or it's got weird features, or whatever it is, right? So when you're out finding a deal, trying to find deals, you know, going to the courthouse, going to the county recorder's office. Let me say that 3 times fast. County recorder's office. Got myself twisted there. And then get the leads, like if you're doing pre-foreclosures, right? Or if you're going to do probate, you know, family law, if you're going to do a disgruntled landlord, you're going to go to tenant law. So all of these things, like structure yourself so that you're getting the leads in. The more practice you have on comping out deals, the better you're going to be at this game. The more deals you're going to close, right? Because first of all, you're going to have more confidence as you move it forward. And then secondly, more people are going to want to work with you because you know your numbers. I'm just saying, there's lenders out there. So there's the way to find this, you know, I don't do anything in traditional financing, right? It's usually, I've done a lot of hard money and hybrid of hard money and private money. And I've done seller financing and subject to. So there's lots of ways to get the money that you don't even have to touch traditional financing. You don't have to worry about your credit score, right? And that's what I go over in my training. Hey, I have a training coming up. You might want to be a part of it. If you guys want more help in how to do this, right? More help in how to do this. There's a training coming up July 18th, and it's how to get started in real estate investing. Going over your market, going over getting leads, going over your numbers so you don't get this analysis paralysis thing going on. Understanding team, how to vet a contractor. I have this one client that she didn't, prior to knowing me, she didn't know how to vet a property manager. And now she's like, oh, wow, fire them because they're like totally opposite of what she wants. But you don't know because it's you think they're a professional, you need a property manager, you hire them, right? Like they vet everything out and you're good to go. Well, there's so many other things that you should know about your property manager. And you should not be property managing yourself. Like, so what that's actually part of the numbers we go over is to make sure you're including those costs to have a property manager. Otherwise the deal doesn't work. Now, whether you do it or not is a whole nother story. However, the number should be there in case you do have to, even if you're, you know, don't do it like, oh, well, I'll do it myself. I'll put myself in that position because you'll stress yourself out and then it's not worth doing. And then you don't want anything to do with real estate because it's too stressful. So I'm just telling you, there's a better way. There's a better way. So kind of my training on the 18th. If you guys are interested in getting more help, type in the comments, help. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Just type help in the comments and we'll get you the details for the training. We're getting that all set up right now. So I'll have Sarah reach out to you guys, make sure you guys got all your information. But it's definitely like the thing to do. There's so many great rock stars that come out of this training. They're like, oh my God, now I know how to do this. Now I know how to do that. Now I can know where to get this and where to do that. Very detailed training. So you don't want to miss this. If you've ever had an inkling of doing real estate investing and you've been Google tubing for the last 2, 5, 10 years, one of my clients didn't jump in until he said he had spent like 10 years Google tubing. So, you know, don't do that. Don't do that. Get the help you need, get the speed going, get it rocking and rolling, because creating your own economic independence is what I'm all about, your own retirement program, not relying on the government. And then, of course, those of you that want to leave a legacy, there's this whole legacy program that I help my clients with. So I hope this is helpful to understand, knowing that, finding deals and comping them out, there's no real easy button. That might be a quick and dirty to find out if you want to move forward. But I'm telling you, lenders are going to shoot you down if you don't do it the right way. Okay. If you want to learn about doing more the right way, let me know. We'll get you connected. We'll get you the deets. We have the training coming up on the 18th, and it's very detailed. You get a workbook and everything. So you'll be good to go. So go ahead and type help in the comments, and we'll get you the details so you get rocking on your real estate. Even if you closed on a couple of deals, did you do them good enough where you're like, oh, well, how do I get more? Like, if you're stuck in any way, shape, or form, you'll want this. You'll want this training. It's free. Why not? It's free. And tell a friend too. All right. So I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th, celebrating your independence, because that's a huge part of who I am, who Bottom Line Wealth Real Estate Strategy is. Because if you do not have your own economic independence, and by the way, just being a coach is not enough. Just being an entrepreneur is not enough. In case you've noticed in the past couple of years, entrepreneurs were whacked in the knee, especially restaurant owners, right? If you didn't have assets backing you up, if you didn't have cash flow coming in multiple streams, your one source just left you hanging. So don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about the knowledge, the resources. I'll connect all of that for you. Just sign up for the training on the 18th. Type help in the comments, and I'll make sure my team reaches out to you to get all the dates. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next training.